So, know you all are here just for the food and not for me, but that's okay. um, so like Brandon was saying, I graduated Stonehill 2014, and I knew Brandon from home, and he was good friends with my brother. And I've known Brandon for, how long? 5 years. And I became really good friends with him. Him and my brother worked at a summer camp, and they bonded, and we became really good friends. And 2 years ago, in October, my brother passed away in a car accident, and then I went back to school after being at home and trying to figure out my life. After that, it's kind of hard to regain perspective. After something like that happens, I know a lot of you must be going through some stuff where you're in college or grad school. Actually, by the way, how many people are grad school or undergrad right now? I just want to get a sense of where you guys are at, like freshman, sophomore. So, you guys are at a point where, you are just kind of figure out college and get your bearings, but you can imagine when something like that happens, you have this roadmap of what you want to do with your life, and you say, oh yeah, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do this, and then when something gets interrupted, you're like, oh, crap, now what do I do? It's like, and then everything gets screwed up, but that's not the first thing on your mind. The first thing on your mind is like, I have to be with my family, I have to be with my people who matter. Because once something like that happens, everything else goes out the window. All your plans, everything just gets screwed up. And nothing else seems to matter. And you can't find something to make sense of it other than you just have to figure out a way to remain positive. And after something like that happens, you maintain this big picture perspective where everything that used to bother you doesn't bother you anymore, because you realize how much family and close friends and just appreciating life and how fast it can be taken away. Because my brother was a great friend and a great brother to a lot of people, and I think that's part of the reason why Brandon asked me to come talk to you guys, is because he made an impact on so many people. He made an impact on me because now I have the motivation and the confidence to stand up in front of a group like this one and tell the story. And when I first started doing this, it was very hard, and I didn't have an angle to make it positive. And now I do, because Dan is the type of person that wouldn't want me to spend the rest of my life being sad, or not confident, or not achieving my goals and dreams just because something happens. I need to figure out a way to take this problem, take this adversity, and make it more positive, and try to move forward with my life, and still try to achieve my goals and be happy. And when you encounter something like this, you look to your friends, and you don't realize how much your friends mean to you until the closest person in your life is taken away. Because Dan, he had his entire life mapped out. He was gonna actually go to crisis management and Mass Maritime down in Cape Cod, and he was gonna become a nurse. And the one thing that really bums me out, I think when you say bums you out, it's kind of an understatement. But the thing that really disappoints me, the thing that I really wish I could fix, but I can't, is that, you know, when somebody goes through trying to figure something out, like, oh, you are trying to figure out college, trying to figure out what is the next step in my life, when somebody has that roadmap all planned out, and now they don't get to do it, it's not because they screwed up or they chose not to. It's just that unfortunate circumstances, like, allows you not to do it. Not because you screwed up, not because you did something wrong. It's just that events in your life made it difficult for that to happen. And you know, when you hang out with your friends and you're having a good time, you don't realize that something like that can happen. And you take things for granted. But now I don't take things for granted. And every time I spend time with my friends and we talk about great memories of my brother, it just brings a smile to my face. Just walking in here, talking to Brandon about memories from camp. You remember my brother in a positive light. You remember him for the good things that he brought to my life, like confidence and the ability to overcome anything. Because I wish when I give these sort of talks that, you know, I could paint a picture that makes you see my brother standing up next to me. Because as many positive words and pictures that I paint, my words really don't do it justice, because my brother was and still is the source of my confidence. And he was one of the most selfless people I've ever met in my entire life. And he just wanted me and everybody who he met to have a good time and to be happy and to achieve anything they wanted to achieve. And he would bend over backwards to see me and all his friends happy. He just wanted everybody to have a good time. And to see somebody with that kind of enthusiasm and passion for life is contagious. And it makes you want to be a better person, and it makes you want to take your passion and take your ambitions and just go for it and not worry about the consequences, and just think about, like, okay, I have this goal, I have this dream, what am I going to do to make it happen? And I know that most of you are just freshmen and sophomores, and you're like, oh, and then I'm in college and I got 2 or 3 years left to screw around, and then I'll try to figure it out when I'm done. But if you really have big dreams and you really have big goals, you got to start planning it now. And you got to take steps every day to move yourself forward. And I'm like, I know I probably sound like moms and dads right now, but like, you know, like, who am I to say that, because I'm just a 23-year-old kid trying to tell you what to do. But like, I'm only telling you because I'm telling you this because Dan would tell me this. He was like, dude, you gotta take life by the horns and you just gotta go for it. And it was like, he never looked at me and said, oh, wait, you're in a wheelchair. Yeah, he knew I was in a wheelchair, but that didn't matter to him. It didn't matter to him that I had a disability. It didn't matter to him that I was in a wheelchair. he just wanted me to attack my goals and just take life because it's out there for you if you want it. And he was the type of person that was like, things aren't going to just come to you. You have to put in effort. And I know from experience that if you want something as bad as I want my goals and dreams, and you work for it, you put a genuine effort into things you want, and you get it. Because, let's face it, the universe isn't that mean. It won't screw you over if you try. It just won't. And I have taken some really positive steps in the past couple months. I started a blog which transformed into motivational speaking, and I just had this idea that I was gonna do something that I was passionate about, because I know that eventually I have to, put on my grown-up pants and do something that is gonna sustain me. But this is something that I really, really, every time I speak, I feel like Dan is sitting right next to me, and that his legacy is never gonna go away, because I keep talking about how, he set me on this right path to be who I am, and to be here talking to all you great people about how to attack life and how to not miss out on opportunities. And I know that I keep saying that most of you guys are in your first or second year of college, but these 4 years that you're gonna have, it's like the best time of your life. And I know that it's hard to see the future, and it's hard to not be in the moment, because you have to be in the moment, because when you're not in the moment, things just pass by. So you gotta appreciate these moments, and appreciate being with your friends, appreciate being with if you have brothers and sisters, appreciate being with your parents, appreciate being with your friends, and if you have, you all have goals and dreams, and you should just, reconsider and reevaluate where you want to take your life. And then once you've figured that out, and you have one or two main goals in your life, I want to do this job, or I want to be here after 4 years. Don't make that an idea. Make it a reality. Because you're all capable of it. Because you all decided to go to college. And you all decided to do something other than sit on your couch at home. And, to make it more real, how about, three of you, raise your hand and tell me what's your goals for after school? Anybody have any ideas of what they want to do after school? Because it makes it more real if I can, have an example.
Get a job at a pharmaceutical hospital, support myself, my own.
What's your name?
Mitch,
So, what's your major and stuff?
PharmD.
Okay. So, Mitch, what do you want to do after school?
Find an apartment, by myself, my own income, just be independent.
So, who are people in your life that support you?
My parents and my family in general.
Right. So, how do you think they would feel if you finished your 4 years of school and achieved all these things that you talked about?
Well, they're really happy for me.
Right. My goals and dreams changed after all this happened. But I can definitely say that now that I'm on this path of, speaking to audiences like yourself.